Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be slightly different because I will be taking the back plate of this laptop off to clean the fan because it's been throttling for a bit now. And also, since I'm on school holidays now for 2 weeks, I'll be posting once every week, not once every 2 weeks. So basically, here we have the laptop that I will be cleaning the fan out. So the fan is located on the back, right over here. And this laptop is now 9 years old, so it's about time that the fan was cleaned. And just to clarify, I won't be repasting the CPU, I'll just be cleaning the fan. So let's start with the video. So firstly, I will turn off the laptop. So, okay, down here, and then shut the laptop down, and I wait for it to be fully shut down. It does take quite a while. Okay. Now, firstly, what I am going to do is I'll be showing you how to see if your laptop has got any dust in the fan. So let's jump over to the table. So here we are on the table, and this is the back of the laptop. As you see, it is missing a few screws over here, and here, and also the bottom feet. But firstly, I'll show you how to see if the fan has got any dust in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a torch, and if we shine it here, I'm not sure if you can see, but if you look at an angle around there, you should see that in these gaps, I hope that you're able to see it, but there's some dust in these black gaps. So to take apart the laptop, we are firstly going to take off the screws. This is going to be much easier with this laptop because it's missing some. So, but for this tutorial, what you're going to need is you're going to need a can of air. I bought this off of Amazon. Some type of screwdriver bits. I've got here the iFixit ProTech toolkit, and in here you have all of the tools that you are going to need. So here is all of the tweezers, and here is the screwdriver as well as everything else. So I'll be leaving this to the side here, and I'll also be using this magnetic mat so that I can roughly put where the screws are going to go, because it's really important to make sure that everything goes where it came from, because you don't want to accidentally damage your computer. Also, if you're following this tutorial on the same laptop that I'm using, then you can just follow step by step. But otherwise, you can just use the concept, and it's quite simple with most laptops. You just unscrew it, and then the lid will just pop off. I will also be using these anti-static brushes. So here, there's quite a few. There's like this one to clean the fan. Also, I don't really recommend for you to open up the laptop outside, just in case something falls in it, as it could damage the components. So to get started, I'll start by sketching out the top of the laptop so that I can remember later on where all of the screws went. I'll be using my artistic skills, although they're not that good. So I'll just put the laptop to one side and here. So, okay, this is going to be really hard. I'll put this to the side just so that I can draw better. Okay, so this is going to be our pretend laptop lid. And then here I can see that there's the bottom circle thingy-majiggies, the bottom feet. So I'll draw these here. This one is missing one, but I'll draw it anyway. Okay, and then we've got a screw here. So I'll just do that. A screw. There's no screws on the bottom feet, I think, but there's definitely a screw here. So I'll just draw that. And there's a screw. Oh, so here there's like some ventilation system thingy-majiggy. And then here there's a missing screw. So I'll just label that as missing. And there's a little screw here, as well as a missing screw here. So here it's missing. And then there's another missing screw here. I'm taking the time to label all of the screws just because it will pay off later on where you don't know where they all go. And it's going to be much easier to assemble everything back. And then there is one screw here and another screw up here. Now, this is obviously not the best drawing, but it's enough for me to understand, and I hope that most of you will understand as well. There is also this metal bit here, and then there's two screws here. So I'll see if I have to remove those. But for now, I'll be putting this to the side. And I'll start by unscrewing the bottom of the laptop. This tutorial will be quite long, but I'll try to not make it extremely long. Although I do want to make sure that you do know what you're doing. So here I have the screwdriver, and I'll just choose the bits that I want. So let's see, I think this might do the job. It's very important to make sure that you're using the correct screwdriver bits, because you don't want to strip a what's it called, a screw, because otherwise it's going to be really difficult for you to put it back together again. So over here, I'll just start with this bottom screw. Actually, you know what, I'll organize the table a bit better. Also, you can do this on pretty much any surface. Just try not to make it cause a lot of static electricity, just in case it does damage your laptop. Over here, I've put this table cover just so that I don't scratch the table. But now let's start to take the laptop apart. So, I've got the right bit, I think, over here. And then I'll place this over here where it is on the mat. This is magnetic, so it's going to be really easy to not lose any screws, because if you do lose them, or they fall or something like that, then your repair is going to actually stop being a repair and more becoming kind of a treasure hunt, which we don't really want that. Also, before doing this, I've discharged the battery to around 50%. It's at 48%, I think, now. Just because I don't want it to be supercharged so that it doesn't catch fire or anything. Okay, now I'll take this screw out. And the screwdriver is also magnetic, so I can just lift them out like that. And I'm putting this where I've labeled as well. And this one as well. There's also a screw over here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but this is actually one of the... Oh no, it's fine. I will take this out. However, this one is slightly smaller, so that's why it's important to put them in the right place. So I'll put this over here on the magnetic pad. Then I do think that there is going to be one under here, since there's one over here. So I will use the iFixit ProTech toolkit, and I think that I'll use a spudger for this. So I'll just take this bit out. You really don't need to clean your fan until you either realize that there's dust in it or that it's thermal throttling. If it is thermal throttling, you should also try to repaste the thermal paste on the CPU. But my this laptop right here is not thermal throttling too bad, so I'll just clean the fan since I noticed that there's some dust in it. So to take this off, I'll just be using the spudger and slowly take this off. Yep, as we can see, there's a screw right here. So I will be putting this bottom foot near where I drew it on the magnetic pad, just so that I can put this back once we're done. So I'll put this here. I'm not sure if you can see, but here is how it's looking right now. And then I will take out this screw. Please take your time while doing this. You really, really, really don't want to get something wrong or something like that. So just be careful and try not to break anything. Now there is also this little thing here, which I'm not sure... Oh no, this is plastic. Yeah, that's plastic. Yep, it's plastic. And this bottom foot here should not have any screws, I don't think. Let's see. Yep, no screws, so I'll just stick this back to however it was. Okay. Now let's see if this will pop right off. I don't think that it is. And that's because I think that I need to take these two screws out. So I'll do that. I don't want to take any chances, so coming over through the side. Sorry, I have to maneuver a bit because I'm using my tripod to record this, and otherwise I wouldn't be able to record it. So here is another screw, which I'll be putting onto the magnetic pad. And another one is over here. Yeah, I feel that some force has been left by taking out these screws. And I'll put this here. And then this is almost coming off. So what I'm going to do is I'll be using one of these picks in my ProTech toolkit to gently lift the back of the laptop. Here it is. Just try not to go too deep. Oh yeah, here it is. So I'm putting that pick there, and then I'll just use another one. There aren't any hidden screws. Try to not make there be any hidden screws, just in case you could break something. But actually, I'll see if there are any hidden screws. No, I don't think. No. However, oh, this is coming right off. I'm leaving one here. Oh yeah, this is coming right off. So I'll leave this here, and then try not to dig too deep into the laptop. So I found the problem. So under this little thing in the middle, it wasn't actually plastic. It was one of the bottom feet, which I managed to take off because I found that it wasn't coming off very easily. So there is a screw here that we have to take out. But first, I'll draw on here the where that thing is. So I'll just draw here a little thing and a little screw, because it was way too hard, and now you actually know what I have to do. Oh, this feels much better now. So let's take this little thing out. Come on. Yep. Here it is. So it's out now. And I should be able to just make it snap right off. Oh, and here it is. So much easier. So here is the bottom lid. There is some dust here, which I will clean with a paper towel. With a paper towel that I'll get in a second. But first, I just like to show the a bit about the computer. So here is the battery, which is now quite old, and there's pretty much everything else here. So this is the Wi-Fi card, and there is some sellotape on that. I wonder what Toshiba did with this laptop. But first, so here is the towel, and I'll just clean this off a bit. Yeah, I've got most of the dust out. And here, just like I was able to see with the without the lid off, there is quite a lot of dust built up here, as you can see, I'll use a torch so that you can see better. Here it is. And there's also quite a lot of dust here, which I will make it go out with I'll make it go out with the air can. So we can either choose. Oh, so there's a missing screw here, because I did actually get this laptop used. So if we take the spray paint can here out, I'll take that. Oh no, wait. Ow. So just need to take this thing off, and then I can just insert that there, and then press, insert it there, and then press, and that will make, how does this work? Oh, here it is. Oh, so you just do that, and then you press, and as you can see here, there's air that comes out. However, give me a second, because I'll get some more stuff so that I don't make the dust go everywhere. But basically, when you spray this, please try to not leave the can inclined for too many minutes. But what you're going to do is you're going to hold the fan, because otherwise it's going to keep on spinning and spinning and spinning, so you will break the fan blades. Then at the distance, you're just going to make the dust go away. Okay, I'll be back in a second. So here I am outside, so that there is, so that I do not make dust go everywhere. One thing to note is that I've just unplugged the battery here. So I've just unplugged that from over there, because I don't want any power going to the laptop. And now I'll be cleaning the fan. So yeah, so my dad will hold that in place while I need to take the cover off of the plastic of the air can, and here. Move the fan a bit. Move it a bit more to the side, and as you can see, the air is, dust is slowly coming out, and I'm doing that for all of the sides. And as you can see now, there's not any dust. So the fan looks almost brand new. And then here, there's the heat sink where the air comes in. So I'll be cleaning that as well. So okay. And I think that now there's not any more dust, and we can go back inside. So here we are back inside, and as you can see, our laptop cooler looks almost brand new. However, if you say down in the comments, oh no, but I saw a speck of dust. Well, here we are going to be using the anti-static brushes, the very, very little ones. The very, very little ones to clean around the fan and clean out anything that the air was not able to do. So if here I have the brush, I'll be using this very little one. I'll try and clean around here and here. Please don't think, oh, it will be a great idea if I put some water on it or something like that, because one thing me learning about computers has taught me one thing: water plus computers equals disaster. Okay, so please don't try that. So clean I think that the fan is quite clean now. I'll use another brush, one that looks a bit more like a toothbrush. Here we go, and I'll try and clean it like this. So if there's any last specks of dust, it will all come out. The dust from here has also come out. And I do have to say, be careful who you buy laptops from, because for example, I bought this laptop used, and there's a screw missing here, a screw missing here, a screw missing here, and this is making the whole thing wobble, along with another here and another here. So there's just so many screws missing, which if you buy from a trustful, reputable and trustful seller, this wouldn't happen. At the time, well, I bought this laptop 5 years ago now, so I just bought it from my local repair shop near my old house. So I wasn't really sure if the laptops that they sold were good, but they were the closest ones, and they seemed to have many laptops. Also, at the time, I didn't really know anything about computers other than higher RAM is better. It makes your laptop faster, which I now know that it's not really the case. So, however, here we do have an 8GB. So this laptop is DDR3, but here we have an 8GB of DDR3 module, as well as a 4GB DDR3 module down here. So this is our RAM, just in case you wanted to upgrade. It. So you would just use these metal clips, make them pop out like this, and then you will take it out, and you would just pop these like that again, and then insert it back like this. So that is what you would do if you wanted to upgrade the RAM, and you can do this both for this stick and this stick. However, you would normally upgrade the lower stick, because if this is 8GB and this is 4, it's best to take the 4GB one and put maybe an 8GB stick in, and then that way you would have 16GB instead of 12. This here is also the storage. As you can see, there's the metal here, just in case you wanted to, for example, upgrade the storage. You would, though, have to reinstall the operating system and everything. However, for now, we've done what we had to do. The laptop cooler has been cleaned, so we can now snap everything back into place and put this computer back how it was. But before we do that, we need to absolutely plug the battery back in, because if we don't plug it back in, then our computer will not turn on. And this is a mistake that you could accidentally make and then be like, oh, I broke the computer while I was cleaning it. But no, we will just unplug this. We'll just move this and plug it in. Make sure that it's plugged in well. It's not coming out or anything. And if it feels secure, then we can start to put the battery back. And I can now know that the little screw that we had in the center actually belongs to the battery. So that's nice to know. If you were to repaste the CPU, you would take these little screws off from over here and over here, and then you would apply some thermal paste here before putting the heat pipe back on. But our computer is not struggling an awful lot, so we don't need to do that. Now, however, we are going to put the computer back together. So let's just snap this back in. So that is all snapped in. And before we put all of the screws, let's see if it powers on first, because it's best to make it power on now and see that it's fully working, because if there is any problems, then we can just pop the back lid off and fix it, unless which is better than retaking all of the screws out. So as we can see, it's booting in, but we will just see if it boots into Windows. Yes, it's booting into Windows. This has got, I think, quite a low refresh rate, as I can see the screen refreshing. But let's just sign in. We don't really need to, because it's logged into the it's logged in and it's turned on, it's working fine. So we'll just turn the laptop off, shut down anyway, and then we can continue to put everything back in. Also, please, and I mean please, don't eat anything while repairing the laptop, because if you do happen to make a crumb or something like that fall in it, then it could be the day that you're going to need to have a little laptop funeral. And it will also mean that your wallet is going to be crying. So that's great. But now we'll just put all of the screws back in. So we're going to start with this bottom one here. So I'll place the screw here. Can I just say, this is so much easier than repairing a phone, because I've replaced the battery on an iPhone 11, and the screws were tiny. They were literally the size. They were literally like this, the quarter of a grain of rice, which wasn't really the best experience. And I'm lucky that I had my magnetic mat, because otherwise it would be absolutely it would be incredibly difficult to put everything back together. But now I'll just put all of the screws back into place as fast as possible. Oh, this fan looks so much better now. And our computer will not be thermal throttling anymore, or at least less. So we will now put a screw here. It was here, yeah. You kind of want to put the screws as evenly as possible to avoid putting a lot of pressure, but this computer is missing some screws, so I mean it is still possible, but it's a bit more difficult. So we'll put that there. And then there's a screw up here. This laptop was actually quite easy to repair if it wasn't for this hidden screw right here, which I know now that they can be in the most unexpected places. This is my second time opening a laptop. The first time I just wanted to tear it apart because it stopped working. I think that the battery just stopped working on that one, so because it wouldn't turn on even when it was plugged in. But now we will just plug all of put all of these screws back in. Okay. And as well this other screw. And that's it. So everything is now put back where it was. And our laptop is fully working and it will be better than last time. If you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe to support the channel, and it can help me to make videos like these. And I will see you next week. Bye.